Good afternoon, this is Shaman Oracle reading. This will be a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Hello Sagittarius, I hope you are well. And before I start, I like to quickly explain the new decks that I got, okay? On the left, the Wild Offering Oracle card deck is about a short saying for the day or whenever you receive the message. Then take that as your guide through the day. Next comes the Celtic Plant Oracle card deck, and it is about different plants, herbs, or trees that the Celtic people used in their daily lives. Then comes the Moonology Oracle card deck, and the Moonology card deck has many categories of new moon, full moon, special moons, and also assigns to each zodiac sign a new moon card as well as a full moon card. And lastly comes the Celtic Shamans pack, and this is a card deck that has many different categories of vision, movers, empowerers, the worlds, the elements, the totem beasts, and the shapers that were used in the Celtic daily life. And it has many different stories and legends and lores about Celtics with many dreamlike and visionary ideas. So that was that. Now let me start, Sagittarius. The Wild Offering card that came out for you is called Perfectionism. And it reads, permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need. Free me from the prison of perfectionism. I think that's a wonderful message for you, Sagittarius, because it's true, perfectionism can become a prison. So it's good to free oneself and allow mistakes to be made, since we learn from the mistakes we make, right? Next comes the Celtic plant Forget-Me-Not. It is also called Myosotis Sylvana. And this plant is an important flower for its symbolical and cultural significance. The plant is also called scorpion grasses, but there are a few deeper layers of meaning of symbolism that might surprise us. Traditionally, forget-me-not flowers have carried a symbolic meaning of remembrance, true and eternal love, and also devotion. To King Henry IV, the flower was a symbol of royalty and endurance because of its delicate blue color. He adopted it as his formal emblem in 1398. Today, the Forget-Me-Not is also the official state flower of Alaska and the flower of Grandparents' Day. Its botanical name, Myosotis, is relating the flower species to borage as part of a larger family. The Forget-Me-Not is generally an early spring woodland or meadow flower with light blue flowers that can have a white or pink color when they first open up. The plants produce clusters or sprays of small flowers of a branching stem. This gives it its alternate name of scorpion grass. They generally have no scent, these flowers. Myosotis sylvatica is the most widely cultivated variety around Europe. Myosotis is a Greek name that means mouse ear, a name that is derived from the small curved leaves of the plant, looking a little bit like the ear of a mouse. Most of the 74 different species of the plant are located in Eurasia and New Zealand, and a handful varieties are found in North America and South America. Early spring to late spring is the time the plant blooms, and the peak blooming will occur from April to May and to the end by summer. The Myosotis Sylvana is edible and commonly used as a decoration for cakes or drinks. The small flower is easy to freeze in an ice cube and then can be added to give the drink a special surprise. For the Victorians, forget-me-nots were not only a simple flower, but a symbol of remembrance of someone who passed away. And more than remembrance, the small blue flowers are instead used to make a declaration of love. In England's partial shade woodlands is where this flower is native and commonly used as good luck charm or to protect against witches and their spells, especially in the Somerset area. There are many legends regarding the name forget-me-not. One is that in medieval times, the knight and his lady were walking beside a river, and the knight picked a posy of flowers for her, but when he leaned over to collect more flowers, his heavy armor caused him to lose balance and to fall into the river, where he started to drown. As she looked on in horror, he threw her the posy of flowers and shouted out, "Forget-me-not!" I guess this teaches the gentlemen not to pick flowers for their ladies. I think that's so funny. The flower has been adopted by Newfoundland to commemorate their fallen from World War I. And the Alzheimer's Disease Association uses the flower as their emblem. The flower is also used for the Armenian genocide that started in 1915. The flower was used as medicine to stop nose bleeding. Teas and tinctures were used as eye washes for pink eye and styes, and salves were made for treating itchy skin and irritations, and teas also were used for a variety of lung problems. The forget-me-not grow in marshy lands such as streams and pond edges, and the name scorpion grass was given to the plant by the English Jesuit priest John Sherrar, who believed that forget-me-nots would cure a scorpion bite. However, there are no scorpions found anywhere common to England. Because the Druids used a golden sickle to harvest many sacred plants, in remembrance is found a Victorian New Year's card and combined a golden sickle with a pair of beautiful forget-me-not earrings and a note, wishing you a precious and flourishing new year. I think that's beautiful. And I saw the picture from the earrings. They are so cute with the forget-me-not hanging down there from the earlobes. Now we come to the Moonology card, and the new moon in Libra is the card that came out for you, Sagittarius. And the new moon in Libra has the message, a new romantic cycle begins. How about that? Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you are asking about. A compromise may be called for, Sagittarius. It's time to negotiate or even renegotiate. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there is a restart for you and someone else. A new relationship could be beginning, and if that is the case, it means good chances for a balanced connection. Anything you do after you hear this message suggests that you should do things in pairs, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of partnerships, so whoever is at the heart of the issue that you are addressing, Sagittarius, it will be someone open to listen and talking things through with you. Avoid being selfish because it will not get you anywhere at this time. And there is the attuned to the moon suggestion. Reach out to someone and let them know that you truly care. And an additional meaning of the card is feel more and think less. There could be a marriage or an engagement in the cards for you, and a legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearance. The teaching here is Libra is the sign of love and harmony, so negotiation and relationships are part of that harmony. Libras are harmonious, kind, and luxurious, and always aiming for balance. So when we have the new moon in Libra, or at any time you get to hear this message, there is a restart possible for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Remember that Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium for you, Sagittarius. I think that's a wonderful message for Sagittarians. Things seem to be heading in a promising direction for you, Sagittarius, right? That's wonderful. Now we come to the Shaman's pack card, and it is called the Vision Singer. Starts off with an unusual topping, the Vision Singer, because what is that? I never heard of it. Well, that card is assigned to the Mover's card and relates to the Bard, and starts off a great harp from which come flames of inspiration. The rose gold of the heart-shaped leaves signifies the wisdom of the heart. The harp of vision signifies the vision singer, who is himself a representative of the shaman's bardic heritage. The power to wield words and to submit to their power. The vision singer is the first of three aspects of the seeker after the knowledge and wisdom of the inner worlds, and the path he follows is that of the poet, who has a special intimacy to the created world. He can say that he has been everything: tree, stone, flower, animal, bird, and fish. The lore here is there are many vision singers in Celtic tradition. Taliesin, the most famous one, received his inspiration from the cauldron of Ceridwen, the goddess figure and wise woman who brewed the drink of inspiration for her monstrous son Avakdu. By accident, the child Queen received the 3 drops from the cauldron, which were the distillation of all wisdom, after which he passed through a variety of shapes: animal, bird, and fish, and finally was reborn from the womb of Ceridwen and receiving his new name, Radiant Brow, Taliesin. With this initiation came the gifts of inspired poetry and vision. His surviving works, along with those attributed to him, form the fullest description of Celtic shamanic practice, still today in existence. As well as Taliesin, his friend and contemporary named Myrddin, better known as Merlin of Arthurian romance, he was also a bard and poet whose prophetic skills enabled him to see far into the future. He experienced periodic fits of madness, during which time he lived in the depths of forests, conversing with animals and trees and foretelling the fate of the land and its heroes. Other great exponents of the visionary journey to recover otherworldly wisdom are the Irish bard Amargin, who bears much resemblance to Taliesin, and many others who distill the wisdom of age into a fine-spun web of words, and who received initiation at the hands of different wise ones, and so did drink from the broth in which such wisdom was cooked. Generally, the wisdom and the unique skills come from goddesses or women. Their visionary skills carried them deeply into the other world realms and taught them to bring back the fairy gold of knowledge they gleaned from their wisdoms. Take a journey, Sagittarius is now advised. Journey to one of the hills of vision, the high places where the bards of old received their inspiration. See there in the grass at your side a harp, carved with wondrous designs. Take up the harp and play, even though you may never have held a musical instrument in your hands before. Listen to the sounds that are emitted by the strings and feel yourself part of the instrument's harmony. Move inward upon the path of your vision until you reach the heart of its light and energy. That's a beautiful message, I think. Sagittarius, music is always wonderful, I think, to inspire us. So this is the reading for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I thank you for being here and listening. I wish you a wonderful Tuesday and a good week ahead. And the next time when I come back, I do a more normal reading, shaman's reading again. Okay? But I thought I'd try to bring in a little bit from the Celtic Shamans pack because, well, the Celts are very important shamans too in the generation of shamanism. Okay? So I wish you a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you for listening and goodbye.